Adults like to read information on health, on population control, on vaccination, on cleanliness, on social issues, etc. The second part of the activity asks the adult educator, what is the kind of material that you like to read? So a lot of adult educators have said that they like to read news reports, they like to read stories, fiction, they like to read about places of interest, and they like to read about social issues. So the question that comes up is that why is there a difference between the two lists? Obviously there is a difference, maybe because of the literacy levels, where the adult educator is more literate, but one is also questioning the fact that is it only literacy or is it also the kind of material that is available? Why do we think that neo-literate readers or readers in rural areas are not interested in fiction, are not interested in reading about places of interest or about sports or news reports from other parts of the country or even international news. And this is an activity which I think everybody should try at their own workplaces also. Then looking at issues of gender. Why is it important to address gender while writing for adult learners? And in a lot of material, gender has been represented and included in a very sensitive manner. Yet, we feel that while gender is a concern that is to do with both men and women, yet sometimes it becomes only a synonym for women. So if you have more women in your material, does not necessarily mean that the material is gender sensitive. Also, gender should not be just an add-on. So like in a magazine or in a broadsheet for neo-literate readers, it's not enough to have just one gender article or a gender story. The gender perspective should inform the entire content of the material. Thirdly, gender does not work in isolation. It is linked to issues of caste, it is linked to issues of religion, class, etc. So it's also important for us to look at that. And finally, role reversals, which we have seen in a lot of material, need to be avoided. So it's not enough to have, stories where boys are performing the domestic work and girls are going to school. These are very simplistic role reversals which we should avoid in the material that we produce. Then language. One of the very important working principles has always been that language should be simple, but the content should not be simplistic, because we are talking to adult readers. Adult readers are people with a lot of experience and with a lot of knowledge. So complex issues need to be kept alive in what we are writing. Yet the language needs to be simple, not the issue itself. Another issue to do with language is writing in the local language, because we feel that it allows people to express themselves. There's also the whole politics of mainstream Hindi. We know that in a lot of Hindi-speaking states, people don't always speak Hindi. It is possible and it is desirable to write in the local language, and we feel that there is nothing like pure language. Language which is understood by the majority is language that should be used. Then the issue of participatory material production, where we feel that the involvement of the community in determining content, language and style of publications is something that is also desirable. This means that people who are readers of the material, people who are neo-literate and semi-literates themselves, are involved in every aspect of creation of that material. So whether it's gathering information for that material, whether it's writing, editing, designing, or even distributing it, they are part of every aspect of the material creation. We also feel that this makes people active citizens, because they are not just recipients of information, but they are also gathering information and providing it to others. And female learners, women who are neo-literates, we know that a lot of women gained literacy skills through the total literacy campaigns and other literacy programs. So women learners can be actively involved in this process. There is an example of this kind of material production activity where a newspaper called Khabar Lahariya, which is a fortnightly newspaper, is being produced by women in Chitrakoot district of UP. This was started in 2002, and now the newspaper has also expanded to another district, and the women who are involved in producing the newspaper are women not only from neo-literate backgrounds themselves, but they are also Dalits, they are tribal women, they are women who belong to minority communities. And it's a very well-established newspaper in that area. We need to create spaces for ourselves. So this is a space that we have created where the community is involved in material creation, and a lot of issues that we are talking about have been addressed through the newspaper. So even the whole idea of how do you combine theory with practice, I think Khabar Lahariya is an example of that. So I'd just like to end my presentation here and then maybe take questions or discuss it.
Various formats that can be used while developing reading material, that means drama, songs, etc., and how they are effective in communicating the messages.
You have written that the issues of language, issues of gender and issues of communication, that should be taken care of while preparing the reading material. But the most important thing is some basic knowledge about theories of curriculum formation should be there, and the values, beliefs and practices of the society in which the neo-literate is living, that should be included.
May I know from Madam Shalini that what factors you took into consideration while writing, either it is a story or drama or whatever you are writing, what factors could you have in your mind?
Lisa Krolak, UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning. I very much like how you broadened the concept from writing for adults to the whole concept of creating a literate environment. And I would say we can even broaden this concept more by adding information such as how can we collect information from the community to share more, and how to have more active let's say storytelling or writing sessions for children, writing competition with adults and children to have an even bigger literate environment.
When you are writing for neo-literates or semi-literates, illustrations in the book, specifically colorful illustration, play a very big role. Suppose you are talking about Nilgai. People may think its color is blue, but the moment you give the color illustration of a Nilgai, people will know how it looks. For example, zebra, how it looks. Then language, even when you are talking in a specific language, for example, Hindi, for a particular term, a particular thing, the term varies from region to region. So, those will have to be shown. Gender issues, now for quite some time, it has taken the form of an issue. And instead of writing he or she, I write S/HE. He or she, that explains, and it is also used in internet. So gender issues is only some areas of writing. It does not traverse all the areas of writing.
How can we take participation of the learner when we produce information based material?
You have mentioned about participatory material production, and you have suggested that community needs to be involved. But it is very difficult to involve them so far the materials are concerned. So unless we know the more,
We are writing the books for neoliterates. First, there is a word length. What should be the letter in one word? This should be mentioned. What is the illustration ratio? 40% or 60%? What would be the length of a paragraph? What is the 500 or 600 or 700? This should be included.
Hello. The material should be such in such a language so that easy understandable by the learner, by the neoliterates. There are some abstract things